The ship, a lustrous black vessel named the Nemesis, sliced through the fabric of space, heading towards the blue-green planet. Aboard, the crew of alien hunters, renowned across the galaxy for their prowess, buzzed with anticipation. Led by the formidable Krall, a towering figure with reptilian features and an aura of command, they sought a challenge worthy of their skills. "We've hunted the fiercest beasts across 100 worlds," Krall declared, his voice a gravelly rumble. "But this planet Earth promises the ultimate test." The crew, a mix of species from the United Galactic Fleet, shared a mixture of excitement and apprehension. Zara, the agile and cunning tracker with feline reflexes, flexed her claws in anticipation. Ravik, the brutish yet strategic enforcer, checked his weaponry, ensuring everything was in perfect order. Sylar, the tech-savvy scout, fine-tuned his drones, their metallic eyes gleaming under the ship's lights. As the Nemesis breached Earth's atmosphere, the hunters gazed at the lush green expanse below. The jungle stretched out like a vast, verdant ocean, teeming with life. "This is it," Krall said, his eyes gleaming with a predator's hunger. "Prepare for landing." The ship descended gracefully, its advanced technology leaving no trace in the skies. As the landing gear touched the soft forest floor, the crew quickly disembarked, their senses heightened by the unfamiliar surroundings. The dense foliage and clamor of wildlife created an atmosphere of both wonder and danger. Krall led the way, his imposing figure cutting through the underbrush with ease. Zara moved silently beside him, her eyes scanning for any sign of movement. Ravik and Sylar followed closely, each alert to their respective roles. "Earth's creatures are said to be unlike any we've faced before," Krall continued, his voice low. "We must stay vigilant and work together. Our reputation depends on it." Zara paused, her keen senses picking up a faint rustling nearby. "Something's close," she whispered, her muscles tensing. The group halted, weapons at the ready. From the shadows emerged a big jaguar, its sleek body and piercing eyes a testament to Earth's untamed beauty. Zara's lips curled into a predatory smile. "A worthy opponent," she said. Krall raised a hand, signaling the crew to hold back. "Remember, we're here for a greater challenge," he said. "This is just the beginning." With a nod, Zara stepped aside, allowing the jaguar to disappear back into the jungle. The hunters pressed on, their objective clear: to find the ultimate prey, a creature that would test their skills to the limit. Hours passed as they navigated the dense forest, encountering various wildlife but none that matched the threat they sought. Krall's determination never wavered, his mind was focused on the goal. As dusk fell, the crew set up a temporary camp. Sylar deployed his drones, their soft whiz blending with the natural sounds of the forest. The small devices flew off, mapping the area and scanning for any signs of formidable creatures. Around the campfire, the hunters discussed their strategy. "We need to locate the apex predator in this region," Ravik said, his voice a deep rumble. "Something that will challenge us all." Sylar's drone returned, projecting a holographic map of the surrounding area. "There," he said, pointing to a dense, uncharted section of the rainforest. "Unusual activity detected. It could be what we're looking for." Krall's eyes pinched as he studied the map. "We'll move at first light," he decided. "Rest now and stay alert. This could be our greatest hunt yet." The crew settled in for the night, each lost in their thoughts. The forest around them buzzed with life, a constant reminder of the challenges ahead. Krall's mind raced with possibilities. His excitement barely contained itself. He knew that Earth's mysteries held the potential for glory or doom, and he relished the uncertainty. As the first light of dawn broke through the canopy, the hunters prepared to move out. With their gear packed and weapons ready, they set off towards the unknown. The forest seemed to hold its breath as they ventured deeper, with each step bringing them closer to their goal. The thrill of the hunt coursed through their veins, and with Krall at the helm, the crew felt invincible. The dense jungle ahead promised danger and discovery in equal measure, and the hunters were ready to face whatever lay in wait. As they disappeared into the shadows, the forest whispered its secrets, and the ultimate test awaited. The moment they set foot in the dense part of jungle, the hunters sensed an eerie stillness, as if the very air held its breath. The humidity was oppressive, and the heat was suffocating. Yet, undeterred, they pressed on, weapons at the ready. Their first encounter was with a swarm of mosquitoes, each the size of a human thumb. Despite their armor, the hunters found the insects' bites excruciating. Siler cursed as he swatted at them, his skin already red and swollen. "This planet's insects are more aggressive than we anticipated," Zara noted, her eyes scanning the surroundings. "Keep moving," Krall commanded. "We've faced worse." But the jungle had only just begun to reveal its horrors. As night fell, the clamor of animal calls grew louder and more menacing. Ravik, ever the stoic warrior, found himself unnerved by the glowing eyes watching them from the darkness. Suddenly, a massive anaconda struck from the underbrush, coiling around Ravik with alarming speed. The team sprang into action, but it took all their strength to free their comrade from the serpent's crushing grip. "These creatures are relentless," Ravik panted, rubbing his bruised limbs. "And cunning," Zara added. "They strike when we least expect it." They somehow saved their teammate. Krall surveyed the area. "We must adapt to this environment. Stay vigilant and conserve your energy. We have a long way to go." They continued deeper into the jungle, every step more treacherous than the last. The thick foliage and uneven terrain made progress slow and arduous. Strange sounds echoed through the trees, a constant reminder of the unseen dangers lurking nearby. As dawn approached, the hunters stumbled upon a river, its waters glistening in the early light. They paused to refill their canteens and catch their breath. Zara, ever the keen observer, noticed something odd about the riverbank. "Look here!" she called, pointing to a series of deep gouges in the mud. "These tracks are fresh. Whatever made them is large and heavy." Krall examined the marks, his expression grim. "We may have found our prey. We follow these tracks." The hunters pressed on, their determination unwavering. The jungle seemed to grow denser, and the air thickened with tension. Hours passed, and the tracks led them to a clearing dominated by a towering, ancient tree. Its gnarled roots twisted through the earth, creating a natural fortress. "This is it," Siler whispered, deploying his drones to scout the area. "There's something inside." Krall motioned for silence, his senses heightened. They crept forward, their eyes fixed on the tree. As they neared, a low growl emanated from the shadows, sending chills down their spines. A massive creature emerged, its scales glinting in the dappled sunlight. It resembled a giant lizard, but its size and ferocity were beyond anything they had encountered before. The beast roared, its jaws revealing rows of razor-sharp teeth. "Stand your ground!" Krall shouted, raising his weapon. "This is what we came for!" The battle was fierce and hectic. The creature lunged, its powerful tail sweeping through the air. Zara darted to the side, her reflexes saving her from a deadly strike. Ravik charged forward, his brute strength pitted against the monster's might. Siler's drones buzzed around the creature, their laser blasts creating momentary distractions. Krall moved with precision, his experience evident in every calculated strike. The beast was relentless, but the hunters fought with equal ferocity. They coordinated their attacks, with each member playing to their strengths. Finally, with a thunderous roar, the creature collapsed. Its body thudded to the ground, sending a tremor through the earth. The hunters stood victorious, their breasts heavy and their bodies marked by the struggle. "We did it," Ravik said, a rare smile breaking across his face. Krall, his eyes scanning the clearing. "This was just one of many. There are more challenges ahead." As they caught their breath, Zara noticed something glinting in the sunlight. She approached the fallen beast and found a strange device embedded in its scales. "This is alien technology," she said, holding it up for the others to see. "Someone else has been here." Krall's expression darkened. "This changes everything. We're not just hunting beasts, we're stepping into a conflict. We need to find out who else is involved." The hunters gathered their gear, and their resolve was strengthened by this new discovery. They knew their journey had only just begun, and the jungle held more secrets than they had anticipated. As they moved deeper into the unforgiving wilderness, the thrill of the hunt mingled with a new sense of urgency. They were no longer just hunters. They were explorers, warriors, and perhaps even saviors. The path ahead was uncertain, but they were ready to face whatever challenges lay in wait. The jungle watched, its secrets guarded, as the hunters ventured further into the unknown, driven by a blend of curiosity, courage, and the relentless pursuit of the ultimate prey. As days turned into nights and nights into days, the jungle's true nature began to take its toll on the alien hunters. The relentless heat and the constant threat of venomous snakes, spiders, and unseen predators lurking in the shadows wore them down. Their advanced technology provided little solace against the primal savagery of Earth's wilderness. Krall, determined to maintain morale, led them deeper into the jungle, where the foliage grew thicker and the dangers multiplied. It was here that they encountered Earth's apex predator, the jaguar. Silent and deadly, the big cat stalked them, its golden eyes gleaming with intelligence and hunger. One night, as the group rested, the jaguar struck. With lightning speed, it leapt from the trees, taking down Siler before the others could react. The hunters fought valiantly, but the beast melted back into the shadows, leaving them shaken and one member down. "We are no longer the hunters," Krall realized, his voice heavy with grim understanding. "We are the hunted." The loss of Siler was a blow to their morale and their capabilities. His drones had been invaluable, and his tactical acumen was irreplaceable. The remaining hunters huddled close, their senses on high alert. The jaguar's presence was a constant, invisible threat, haunting their every step. "Stay close and move quickly," Krall commanded, his tone brooking no argument. "We cannot afford to lose another." Zara, her feline instincts heightened, took point, her eyes scanning the dense foliage for any sign of their predator. Ravik followed, his massive form ready to spring into action. Krall brought up the rear, his mind racing with strategies to outwit the cunning beast. Days passed in a tense blur. The hunters barely slept, their nerves frayed by the constant threat of attack. Every rustle of leaves and every distant call of a bird set them on edge. The jaguar's territory seemed endless, a maze-like expanse of green that offered no respite. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, they stumbled upon an abandoned human campsite. The remnants of a fire, scattered tools, and tattered tents suggested a hasty departure. Krall examined the scene, his mind piecing together the story. "They were forced to leave," he concluded, noting the signs of struggle. "The big jaguar must have driven them away." Zara picked up a worn journal, its pages filled with sketches and notes. "These humans documented their encounters," she said, flipping through the entries. "They described the jaguar as a relentless hunter, capable of outthinking its prey." Ravik's expression hardened. "We need to turn the tables. We can't keep running." Krall nodded, a plan forming. "We use this campsite as a trap. Set up defenses and draw the jaguar in. We fight on our terms." The hunters worked swiftly, setting up perimeter alarms and strategically placing traps. Zara scouted the area, ensuring they had the best vantage points. Ravik fortified their position, using the remnants of the campsite to create barriers and choke points. As night fell, they took their positions, weapons at the ready. The jungle's symphony of sounds filled the air, but the hunters focused on the silence, waiting for the telltale signs of their adversary. Hours passed, each minute stretching into an eternity. Then, a low growl echoed through the trees. The jaguar had arrived. The beast moved with eerie grace, its eyes reflecting the firelight as it circled the camp. Zara tracked its movements, her heart pounding. When the jaguar finally made its move, it was swift and brutal, leaping over a barrier and charging towards Ravik. The trap was sprung. The nets deployed, ensnaring the creature, but it thrashed with incredible strength, breaking free. The hunters opened fire, their energy weapons lighting up the night. The jaguar roared in fury, lunging at Krall, who met it head-on with a plasma blade. The battle was chaotic, a clash of primal ferocity and advanced technology. The jaguar's claws slashed through armor, its teeth snapping inches from Krall's face. Ravik and Zara attacked from the flanks, their coordinated strikes forcing the beast back. With a final, desperate surge, Krall plunged his blade into the jaguar's chest. The beast let out a final, haunting roar before collapsing to the ground. Silence fell, broken only by the hunter's ragged breaths. "You did this, you killed apex predator," Zara whispered, her eyes wide with disbelief. Krall said, his gaze fixed on the fallen predator. "We survived," he said, his voice a mix of exhaustion and triumph. "But this was just one battle. The jungle is still against us." Ravik looked at the sky, the first light of dawn breaking through the canopy. "What's next?" he asked, his voice steady despite the weariness in his eyes. "We find out who else is here," Krall replied, recalling the alien technology they had found earlier. "And we prepare for whatever comes next." As the hunters moved on, they had faced the jungle's fiercest predator and emerged victorious till now. Now, they were ready to uncover the deeper mysteries of this unforgiving world. The realization that they were prey in this unforgiving jungle shifted their approach. The hunters became more cautious and desperate. Paranoia set in as they felt the jungle closing in on them, an omnipresent threat waiting to strike. Their final stand came in a clearing surrounded by dense vegetation. Exhausted and low on supplies, they fortified their position, setting traps and preparing for the inevitable assault. As night fell, the jungle came alive with a symphony of ominous sounds. Krall, whose leadership was tested by the harsh realities of Earth's wilderness, took charge with grim determination. "This is it," he said, his voice a low growl. "We hold this position. We fight to the last." Zara, her eyes scanning the darkening treeline, nodded in agreement. "We've come too far to fall now," she replied, her tone resolute. Ravik, his massive frame weary but unbroken, adjusted his weaponry. "We make our stand here. Together." As darkness enveloped the clearing, the hunters braced for the coming onslaught. Another even bigger jaguar returned, its golden eyes gleaming with predatory hunger. But this time, it was not alone. A pack of wild boars, drawn by the scent of blood and fear, joined the fray. The first attack came swiftly. The jaguar, a silent shadow, darted between the traps, its movements a blur. Zara fired, her shots echoing through the jungle, but the beast was too quick. The wild boars charged, their tusks gleaming in the moonlight, crashing through the underbrush with terrifying speed. In the fight, a clamor of roars, gunfire, and the grunts of enraged animals. Zara fought valiantly, her reflexes saving her from several deadly strikes, but the overwhelming numbers took their toll. She fell, her body surrounded by the boars she had taken down in her final stand. Ravik roared in fury, his massive fists pounding the earth as he fought off the attackers. He was a force of nature, his strength unmatched, but even he could not hold out forever. The jaguar, seizing the moment, leapt onto his back, its claws tearing through armor. With a final, defiant roar, Ravik fell, the life draining from his eyes. Krall, the last standing, faced the jaguar with defiant eyes. He fought valiantly, his plasma blades slicing through the air with deadly precision. The beast, however, was too powerful and too adapted to its environment. With a final, ferocious swipe, the jaguar ended Krall's journey, its claws finding their mark. As dawn broke, the jungle returned to its deceptive tranquility. The clearing, once a battleground, was now eerily silent. The bodies of the fallen hunters lay scattered, a testament to their bravery and their ultimate defeat. The nemesis sat abandoned, a silent sentinel to the hunters' hubris. Back in the heart of the galaxy, the legend of the alien hunters who sought the ultimate challenge on Earth grew. Tales of their bravery, their struggles, and their ultimate demise spread among those who craved adventure and glory. The story became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the delicate balance between hunter and hunted and the respect owed to the wild, untamed corners of the universe. The jungle of Earth, with its harsh climate, dangerous insects, and lethal predators, remained a place of mystery and peril. The animals continued their lives, oblivious to the aliens' fate. The dense foliage, the symphony of sounds, and the ever-present sense of danger thrived, a testament to the untamed wildness of the planet. For those who listened to the legend, one lesson stood out: Some places are not meant to be conquered, and some challenges are not meant to be overcome. The jungle, with its ancient, primal power, was one such place. The story of the alien hunter served as a stark reminder that nature, in all its untamed glory, holds dominion over even the most advanced beings. It was a lesson in humility and respect, a tale that echoed through the galaxies, reminding all who heard it that the wild, untamed corners of the universe were not to be underestimated. And so, the jungle continued to thrive, its secrets guarded by the shadows of the fallen, its mysteries preserved in the whispers of the wind. The legend of the hunters became a part of its lore, a chapter in the endless story of Earth's untamed wilderness.